The latest bombshell from the world of the British royal family is one that no one could have predicted. A shocking exposé into the deeply private relationship between Prince William and Princess Catherine, the Duke and Duchess of Wales. A new book by royal biographer Tom Quinn, set to be released soon, promises to unravel a web of startling truths about their marriage that could leave the monarchy shaken to its very core. In this compelling and revealing tell-all, Quinn reveals the kind of intimate, behind-the-scenes details that many royal fans never thought they'd hear, and these revelations have the potential to change how we view not just the Wales couple, but the future of the monarchy itself. For years, Prince William and Catherine have been the picture-perfect royal couple in the eyes of the public, poised, graceful, and seemingly harmonious in their shared duties to the British crown. The couple's steady progression through royal life, coupled with their carefully crafted images, has made them immensely popular. But what happens when the doors are closed and the cameras are turned off? What happens behind the facades of royal duties and public appearances? According to Quinn's upcoming book, it's not the fairytale relationship that many have come to expect. The book's explosive revelations suggest that, behind closed doors, Prince William and Catherine's marriage is not as flawless as it seems. In fact, it might just be more complex than most people could ever imagine. A relationship that appears to be a loving and equal partnership in the public eye is, in some shocking ways, more reminiscent of a parent-child dynamic than one between equals. Prince William, the future King of England, is described as someone who often requires more than just emotional support from his wife. He needs her to calm him down when he becomes overwhelmed, sometimes acting more like a child than the poised royal figure he presents to the world. Several sources, who have spent years working within the royal household, have come forward with startling insights into the couple's private life. These sources, including former staff, who have worked closely with the Wales family, describe the inner workings of the couple's relationship with startling clarity. According to these insiders, Princess Catherine has had to step in on countless occasions to manage her husband's mood swings. The reasons for these emotional outbursts may seem trivial to most, but for Prince William, they are enough to set off tantrums that require immediate calming. Whether it's a delayed bath time, shoes that aren't polished to perfection, or a schedule that has been disrupted, these seemingly small issues have led to what can only be described as emotional breakdowns. This is not the behavior of a seasoned royal figure, but rather a man struggling to maintain control over his emotions. It's been suggested that Prince William's emotional volatility is a trait he shares with his father, King Charles III, who has also been known to be highly particular about royal routines and appearances. According to Quinn's sources, these seemingly inconsequential disruptions, like a bath being a few minutes late, can trigger a reaction that is anything but regal. But what's perhaps even more startling is the fact that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, often finds herself in the position of being her husband's emotional caretaker. Her ability to manage these moments of emotional fragility has become a defining characteristic of their relationship, and according to royal insiders, she plays a crucial role in keeping the peace. This raises several important questions about the balance of power and emotional stability within their marriage. Is Catherine merely fulfilling her role as a dutiful wife, or has she become trapped in a dynamic that is less than healthy for her? One of the most shocking claims is that Catherine has been forced to treat her husband as if he were her fourth child. This may sound like a dramatic overstatement, but according to those close to the couple, it's an accurate description of how their relationship sometimes functions. Catherine, despite her role as the future queen consort, is described as frequently having to step in to soothe her husband when his emotional state becomes too volatile. The notion of a wife needing to calm her husband down as though he were a child is unsettling, especially considering the expectations placed on the Duke and Duchess of Wales as role models for the British public. The emotional burden on Princess Catherine has been compared to that of a mother dealing with a difficult child. This is no small task, especially when considering the immense pressures that come with being a member of the royal family. Catherine, who has always presented herself as poised, calm, and collected, is now being revealed as someone who has to manage not only her own emotions, but also her husband's. The idea that Prince William, the future King of England, struggles so greatly with emotional regulation raises questions about his readiness to take on the weight of the crown. If he cannot manage these small stresses without relying on his wife to soothe him, how will he fare in moments of national crisis? How will he handle the immense responsibilities that come with being the leader of the British monarchy? The book also delves into the impact of this dynamic on their children. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are growing up in the spotlight, and they are undoubtedly aware of the emotional dynamics within their home. While children may not fully understand the complexities of adult relationships, they are highly sensitive to the emotional environment around them. It's impossible to ignore the potential effects of these tensions on the young royals. Will they be raised in a home where emotional volatility is the norm? Will they inherit their father's emotional tendencies? Or will they learn from their mother's example of calmness and restraint? These questions only add to the intrigue surrounding the Wales family's private life. Another revelation that will likely cause a stir is the way in which Catherine often teases her husband about his royal heritage. According to Quinn, Catherine has developed a playful habit of ribbing William about his family's history, particularly about his great-great-great-grandfather, King Edward VIII, and his infamous affair with Wallis Simpson. She has also been known to joke about William's strained relationship with his stepmother, Queen Camilla. While these moments of levity may seem harmless on the surface, they speak to the more human side of the royal couple, something that is rarely seen by the public. But beneath the jokes and the occasional light-hearted moments, the book reveals a far darker undercurrent in their marriage. This is not a marriage where two equal partners share a harmonious bond, but rather one where emotional imbalances create a strained atmosphere. The future of the British monarchy may very well depend on how these personal issues are addressed within the royal family. If Prince William continues to struggle with emotional regulation, and if Princess Catherine continues to bear the emotional burden of their relationship, how will this impact the monarchy's future? These are the kinds of questions that Quinn's book raises, and they are not ones that the royal family can easily brush aside. The Wales couple's marriage may have seemed like the epitome of royal perfection, but these new revelations suggest that it is far more complex than anyone could have imagined. As the book's release date approaches, royal watchers and critics alike are eagerly awaiting more details, and the world will undoubtedly be watching closely as the royal family's darkest secrets are laid bare. This story is far from over, and as more details emerge, it's clear that the future of the British monarchy is more uncertain than ever. The revelations in Quinn's book are only the beginning of what promises to be a long and dramatic saga. Will Catherine continue to shoulder the emotional burden of her marriage, or will she demand change? Will Prince William rise to the occasion and prove that he is ready to lead the monarchy, or will his emotional instability continue to undermine his future role? Only time will tell. For those who crave the latest inside information and exclusive royal gossip, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all the shocking twists and turns of this unfolding royal drama. The truth about Prince William and Catherine's relationship is more gripping and emotional than anyone could have anticipated, and it's a story you won't want to miss. Stay tuned for the next chapter of this explosive royal tale. It promises to be even more scandalous than the last.